Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we've got a little bit of a news update on a couple things, ranging from some updates to the remote pass limit for Pokemon Go, a new Pokemon event in Scarlet Violet, the Pokémon Day event confirmation, and then some updates for the global tour, which I'm going to touch on in this video, but I will cover in more depth when I do my global preparation video. So without further ado, let's get the phone screen up. So as you can see, this is from Pokeminers. This was tweeted about a couple hours ago. And now if you don't remember, if you didn't see the short, they did data mine and tweet yesterday that there's going to be a limit on the number of remote passes that you can do per day. We did not know at the time if this was going to be a season thing, if this was going to come before the global tour, if it was going to come after the global tour, if it was intentional, etc. That short it'll be linked over here somewhere probably. It's the Jirachi ticket one, which is also on the shop and cannot be gifted. But earlier today, Pokeminers tweeted this out, and as you can see, it was leaked the other week at the It was leaked the other week that the start of the season would introduce this nerf being the number of remote passes and remote raids that we can do per day, along with raising the prices of remote raid passes. Now, raising the prices of remote passes was something that Niantic has confirmed in the past that they are planning to do. They have already technically done it once, but they have not stated if that was going to be the only increase we see for them. Now, based on more leaks today, the number is 6 per day, and the new price will be 150 coins each. So at the moment, the bundle of remote passes is 300 coins, and a single remote pass is 100 coins, or $1, USD. So they're going to be potentially increasing the base single pass for 50 coins, and making it, because right now you can do as many remote raids as you want. Yes, you have to use at least one of the 3 to buy more, but there's no cap on it. So per Pokeminers, which this is data mined information, this could change, and probably will, because their backlash for this online is already quite a bit. So we don't know what this next season is going to be yet. Leaks for that haven't come out yet, and they haven't revealed anything yet. But if this is truly what Niantic is planning right now, then the nerfing of the remote raids has begun. This is something that myself and tons of other people have been saying for months now that it's going to happen, and you should start preparing for it. And everybody was like, oh yeah, they're not going to do it. It's their moneymaker. They're not going to touch these. Well, as you can see, in here beside me, it's over on, yeah, right there. It's beside me. As you can see from that, this says otherwise. Now again, this is not live in the game right now at the current time of recording this. Niantic has not officially stated anything. Which, speaking of which, I'm not affiliated or sponsored with them. I just happened to see those codes go up early enough in the morning where not many other people had covered them yet. I did not get those from Niantic. I do not work with them. I'm not partnered with them. I don't want to be. None of that stuff. I'm just a normal player playing this game like everybody else. But anyway, Niantic O'Clock hasn't happened yet, so they could announce this later today. They could announce this after the global tour. We don't know. This could not happen at all. But given how things went with the Vegas tour and whatnot, the chance of this happening and being real is pretty high. So if you remote raid a lot, I'd advise that you start preparing for this now, because the next season, I believe, is going to start in like a week or two. So if you're someone that remote raids a lot, or can't do raids normally because of wherever you live or whatever, prepare yourselves, because this could be coming sooner than we think. Now, personally, I think this is the dumbest shit ever. Like, you'd think after the flop that was Vegas Tour Saturday, you'd think they'd wait on this stuff, but what do they care, right? So prepare to potentially have to adjust your playstyles if this impacts you at all. Stay tuned to my Twitter and stuff. I'll have a animation playing, and I'll have all my links down below in the description box. Because I have a feeling that throughout the day that there's going to be a lot that comes regarding this. And if there is stuff, I will tweet about it on my Twitter page. Unless it's a bunch of info, then I'll make another video. So make sure you're following all that stuff, link down below. And make sure you subscribe if you like these news videos. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming this weekend for news and other things, which we'll touch on here in a little bit, which I will be covering between my podcast and videos and whatever else. So if you like these news updates and you want to stay informed on things, then make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss the next one. So we're going to move away from negative stuff with Niantic here for a minute. And we're actually going to move into something that's relatively positive. The Global Hoenn Tour. So we weren't really sure what was going to come from the Global Tour. However, we did have a rough idea. And this is also from pokeminers. According to text that Niantic has pushed in the Game Master file, the Global Tour will, the Chasing Legends research I believe it's called, we will have the ability to pick between Cacnea, Gulpin, and Surskit. Now, as you can see from these two pictures here, Chasing Legends branch Cacnea title. Text, choose Cacnea. Text, incense will attract additional Cacnea, and you can earn additional encounters with Cacnea via special research. So when they've done things like this in the past, they've done them for the Valentine's Day event. We had the 30-minute daily adventure incense, catch candy or XP. The event prior, we had double Stardust, 30-minute daily incense, and something else, I think eggs. Niantic has also confirmed to Eurogamer that some species will be boosted shiny rate during the Global Tour. However, they did not specify which ones. But usually when there's been choices like this, whichever one you pick ends up becoming boosted odds, while the other two choices are full odds to encourage people to trade and whatnot. So it's pretty safe to say that if you pick one of these, that one will become boosted rates. Alongside the fact that all three of these are brand new shinies for the Hoenn Tour. So again, I'll touch more on this when I make my Global Tour preparation video, which will be coming later this week. So again, subscribe and with notifications on so that you don't miss that video. Because unlike the Vegas Tour, everybody can play the global version. And there's some things that you might want to know. So stay tuned for that video. That'll be coming out either tomorrow or Thursday. And again, start thinking about which one of these you might want to pick, because this Chasing Legends research is in the global event. Personally, I'm leaning either Cacnea or Surskit. I have a buddy who's picking Gulpin. So start thinking about this. Again, this is all on pokeminers Twitter. So if you want to read any of this stuff for yourself, they have the whole text quest line and other things like that up. So go check out Pokeminers on Twitter. That's where I found all this stuff from. But now we're going to move into Serebii for Pokemon Day. So as you can... Is this the last? Yeah, okay. So as expected for Pokemon Day, which is this coming Monday, the 27th of February, that Scarlet and Violet we're going to have some kind of special 7-star Terra raid event. And it is now confirmed that we are getting a Water Terra type Pikachu. The next 7-star Terra raid battle event has been announced for Scarlet and Violet. This event will feature a battle against a Pikachu with the Water Terra type and the Mightiest Mark. So like most 7-star Pokemon Terra raids, this is a catch one per save file only. And the assistant raids that spawn along with it will be Bronzong and Lucario in the 4 and 5 stars. This event will run from 0000 UTC on February 24th, so this starts in 3 days, through 1459 UTC on the 27th. So this does end before the Pokemon Day Presents, which is the next point that we'll get into. So we don't know if after this Pikachu ends there's going to be something else that'll come into these raids at the current moment, but the chance is pretty high. But these 7-star tier raids do have perfect IVs, and then usually there's a chance this Pikachu might have Surf, because it is a normal move it can learn now, unlike prior generations where it was an event. But movesets and stuff aren't confirmed yet because it hasn't started. But because it's also a Pikachu, it shouldn't be too hard to take down compared to things like the Greninja and Cinderace and yada yada. Pikachu is a base electric type, and this is a water tear type, so you're going to want to go in with electric, grass, ground, maybe not so much ground if it has Surf or something. It's either going to have Surf or Terra Blast. So you're probably better off just going in with grass types, because Pikachu can't get any flying moves. But we won't know obviously until it goes live in 3 days. But it's a Pikachu, so you really shouldn't have any trouble beating it. And then again, this is a catch one per save file only, but from there on you can breed it and things like that. And then we got the big news. This was revealed a couple hours ago, in that on Pokemon Day there will be a Pokemon Presents, aka a Pokemon Nintendo Direct, on the official Pokemon YouTube channels. This is going to occur at 6 o'clock a.m. PST, or if you're on the East Coast like I am, that's 8 o'clock a.m. And then also you can translate to your time zone based off that. This Presents will be, I believe, the second longest Presents that there's been. This one will last for about 25 minutes. Now, we don't really know anything that's confirmed to be in this, but through some data mines and other things, we do have an idea of what to expect. So obviously the biggest thing that people are expecting out of this is the Scarlet and Violet DLC announcement, which is pretty much confirmed to show. The game's been out long enough. There's a big update coming out soon, version 1.2, which fixes a ton of bugs. Between things like Play Rough Azumarill not working properly in raids, things that the boxes should have but don't for some reason, bugs with like Order Up giving stat boost from Protect and things like that. So big bug fix update coming out. At the moment we do not have Scarlet and Violet home support, but that is also, if they announce DLC during this, they're going to announce home support as well, because those kind of go hand in hand. Thanks to data mining from pokeminers, we know that Pokemon Go is going to get some kind of box and mini event of some sort for Pokemon Day. We're expected to get some updates regarding Pokemon Sleep, because apparently there have been trademarks and stuff filed with that recently. I'm not going to touch on any of the Scarlet Violet DLC spoilers, because I'm not following any of that stuff, because I've heard things, but I want to be relatively surprised, so I haven't been following them. So I'm not going to cover any of that stuff, so don't worry. Pokemon Sleep's expected to get something. Cafe Mix and Masters will probably get something announced because they usually do during these. We may see some new spin-off game announced. Like the last one had that teeth brushing thing, for example. We may get Generation 1 and Generation 2 on Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy. Because with the 3DS shutting down in March, those games are going to be unavailable. Unless you have already bought them, you can still play them, but we may get some updates regarding Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Transporter of how those will work when the 3DS eShop closes. AKA how they're going to go from being a paid subscription to a free service, that kind of thing. We'll probably get some video, just because they usually do some video with these things, of like people playing the games, trading the cards, whatever. So we'll probably get something like that, just updated with Scarlet Violet Pokemon in it. But the biggest thing is home support, the DLC, and then some other big surprise reveal thing. I'm not too sure if I'm going to stream my reaction to the presents. So make sure you're following my Twitter. I'll post what I'm doing with that. But even if I don't stream my reaction to it, I will make a video on the channel, and an episode of my podcast will be dedicated to it. Which all that is linked down in the description box. Episode 1 of Season 4 of my podcast is live. It started last week. Episode 2 will be coming later this week as well, on the platforms that that's available on. Again, all linked in the description. Atomic Heart just came out today, officially on Game Pass. So I will have a review up for that, neither here or my podcast. I'm not too sure yet. I might stream some of that later in the week too. I'm still planning that out. So a lot of stuff coming up with the podcast, and then obviously we have Global Hoenn Tour this weekend. Again, stay tuned for my global prep video. And I will be streaming that over on my Twitch channel. So if you want to see me maybe get some shinies, maybe get some game errors, the whole 9. I'll be live for probably the whole event time. Or if you even just want somewhere just to go hang out and just, you say you've already played your event and you just want to see how other people are doing, follow my Twitch, and all that's linked down below, and animations will be playing throughout the video for them. I'll cover once the Pikachu raids officially start and we know what the moves and stuff are. I'll probably make a video on best counters for it or something. So stay tuned for that as well. So a lot of great stuff to look forward to this weekend for just Pokemon in general. Got a couple of updates for the Hoenn Tour, which I'll cover these in more depth later. But the big thing here is, again, if you play with remote raids at all, like if these are the only type of raid you do, make sure you prepare for this change, because it's going to come sooner than you think it will. So make sure you're subscribed for more news updates. Make sure you're following my Twitch and Twitter and all that. Everything's down below for you in the description box. Turn notifications on so you don't miss my next video, which will probably be my Hoenn Tour Global Prep, which you will not want to miss. And unless something drastic happens between now and then, I'll catch you guys next time.